All right, here we go. We're at 138. I'm going to take us through this bracket. This is a great bracket for District 1, and we're going to talk about these top two guys right away, Tyler Williams and Antonio Petrocelli. And I got to mention about Antonio Petrocelli all season long. He has been a takedown machine. He's had some great wins. He wrestles the full 6 minutes. And Tyler Williams is going to have his hands full. They wrestled last week. I believe it was a close match.
3-2.
3-2. So you're going to see these two guys battle again. You might see them again up in Hershey battle as well for a medal. So keep your eye on these two guys at the state level. This is going to be another great finals match here at the Southeastern region. So let's drop down and take a look at these other guys. I have Brandon Sheffield having a great tournament here and taking third place. I have not seen Brandon wrestle this year at all. I just know what I've seen from him in the past. I have a feeling he's going to get hot at the right time. Keyway McNair from Methacton is a guy earlier in the season that everyone had their eye on. I don't know if he's gotten to where he needs to be at this point. So I have him in that 5th spot. I just feel, Jack Mcgill, again, Springford went deep into the state duels, Joe, as you know, and they got some big matches up there. And Jack Mcgill has performed all season long for a very tough Rams team. So I have Mcgill getting there and getting into that 4 spot. You talk about the Garnet Valley kids. We haven't really spoken much about them, but we'll talk about Gavin Hollingsworth here as a senior. I have him getting into this consolation semifinal, but I have McNair dropping down into that 5th place match and taking him out. So, we have some really good talented wrestlers here at 138 pounds. I think we're going to see 1 or 2 medals at the state level here at this weight class. I know you can't talk anymore about Petrocelli. We love the guy. He's had a great season. I'm really looking forward to this final with Tyler Williams.
So looking at my top 6 here, I'm going with apprehensively or, with reservations taking Tyler Williams. One of the things about Petrocelli that if you've seen him wrestle, he's great at making adjustments, and in the rematch, making the best of the second opportunity. And you saw it with Mcgill. When he wrestled Mcgill the first time, he probably didn't wrestle the most strategic match on his part. But then, the second time he wrestled, he was able to, pick his spots and almost have his way with him for the most part. So, reluctantly, I'm going to take Williams because he's been there before. He's been in these big matches. He in this part of the season, at both regionals and beyond. But like I said, it's one of those things where don't be surprised if Petrocelli does get the win. And if he can get his offense going from his feet, like you said, it'd be a long night for Tyler Williams. Going down, I've been impressed with Jack Mcgill since I've seen him wrestle in middle school and in the last year, and it carries over to now. He's crafty and he's tough to score on. And if you don't watch it, he's going to make you pay for it. And if you try to go hooks and upper body with him, he's going to make you pay for it. And I have him wrestling against McNair, and seeing that North bracket really flexing their muscle here, going top 4, getting out of regionals. I think if Mcgill and McNair wrestle again, McGill is going to again, using that term crafty enough to keep McNair at bay, and it's no shame finishing 4th place when you look at the group of guys here that are going ahead of you. These are 4 of the top 10 guys in the state according to the latest PIAA Power Wrestling rankings. So they're guys that have accomplished a lot and have good resumes. And in all reality, this is a weight class that could blow up at regions this weekend, where you can have some upsets, and McNair beating William. I mean, there's a lot that can happen, but this is the way I see it shaking out, with Sheffield finishing 5th, beating Roberto Lesser for that 6th or 5th place and last spot going to Hershey. And again, Sheffield, like you said, if he gets hot, he can be a mismatch nightmare for some of these other guys that may not have seen him, because Oxford didn't really cross paths with a lot of these guys, a lot of these other schools on the season.
Yeah, let's talk about that lower bracket when we talk about dropping down. I mean, I do have Sheffield taking McNair out in that first round match. I mean, that's somewhat of an upset for most people. But if you look at this bracket down below, I mean, there's a guy in here that has a record of 7-6 from Quakertown, Patrick Mccoy. This guy is dangerous. This is a kid that has not wrestled most of the season. He's been banged up. Just last year as a freshman, he's a highly talented freshman. Great resume coming in. He is very dangerous in this bracket. I have him taking out DiAugustino from Interbro in the first round, and then I have him against Sheffield because I have Sheffield beating McNair. But I mean, McCoy could upset either Sheffield or McNair, so this could be a bracket buster there in McCoy. You take a look at Hollingsworth again, senior coming through. He could be a bracket buster, and don't forget about Dominic Staunton. I know he's from CB South. Again, we talk about schedules, not the toughest schedule on the planet, but he comes in at 31-5. He's a district champion. He comes in as the 3rd seed. He could be dangerous as well in the wrestlebacks. I don't have him getting by Mcgill. Don't get me wrong. I've seen Mcgill all season long, but there are some bracket busters down in the consolation bracket, and a lot of people kind of ignore this portion of the bracket at regionals. You have to pay attention. You cannot be sleeping up in the stands watching these matches. Some of these guys coming through the wrestlebacks are going to be state qualifiers and maybe state medalists for District 1. So this is a weight class where I see, again, a couple of guys. Obviously, we already talked about, 3 or 4 of these guys are top ranked in the state. I mean, we're talking, top 12, top 15 in the state or higher at this point. So, this is a great weight class. So I'm looking forward to this weight class. I'm usually half asleep because I'm waiting for the heavyweights to come up, but I'm going to be paying attention to this weight class.
Or in the hospitality room.
No, I don't go in there at Souderton.